Hey everyone, how you doing? Hey, I got something new to show you. So I've been looking for an HPA system, and for a while now, actually, probably for about a year, and but I couldn't afford a new one, so I just ended up going and trying to find a used one. Very fortunately, on Craigslist, someone was selling a Polarstar, and so I was like, all right. So I jumped on it, and it turned out great. So this is it. It happens to be a Krytac CRB, which I already had the AEG version of this, which is an awesome gun. And so to find a Polarstar that's also a Krytac was definitely a good find. So this has this is the Polarstar F1 engine, and obviously this is the Krytac CRB, and I have a few accessories I just transferred from my other gun. The reason that I wanted to go with the Polarstar, there's actually multiple reasons. One is I love the fact that you can adjust the FPS. So here's my HPA tank with a amped airsoft regulator. So here I can just twist the knob here, and I can adjust the FPS. So or the PSI, I should say, which affects the FPS. So right now it's about, I don't know, around 70 or 75 PSI. So that gives me about 300 FPS. Or actually, I'm sorry, yeah, around 300 FPS. So what's cool is that if you don't know about HPA systems, that you can totally adjust the PSI, which affects the FPS. So if I want to go to my CQB field, I can adjust the PSI down to 330 FPS, or if I'm going to outdoors, I can just adjust this and be up to 400 FPS just by turning this knob here. So that's one of the main reasons. The other reason is just the reliability of it. Already with my Krytac, I had a few issues with it, but what's cool about the Polarstar engine is that it's just one piece that's moving, one moving piece, and that's it. It's so reliable. Maintenance wise, it's very easy to maintain. So it's awesome. It's incredible, and obviously the performance is amazing. It's instant trigger response. There's just so many advantages, and some people complain about the line. Well, I've played with this already twice, and the line absolutely does not bother me at all. I never had any issues snagging on anything or anything like that. So it's just a great system. Another added feature is the suppressor actually works with an HPA system. It won't work on an AEG, but the suppressor on an HPA system actually works. So so this is it. Now, it being a used gun, I'm probably gonna just like play around with this. Something that I've already done was, here, let me hook up the air real quick. Something that I've done is I put a speed trigger in here. So, and I'm gonna come out with another video about this, on how I did this. But basically using a speed trigger that I bought from Airsoft Junkies, and but they, eVic sells it, and Amped Airsoft sells it too. A bunch of places sell it. But I'm gonna do another video on how I did the hair trigger mod. But the speed trigger by itself is amazing. It makes the trigger response very quick. But I made it even more quick, or more sensitive. You can see I basically just touch it. And here I cut out this piece just to play. I was kind of playing around with this, but some people, I'm not gonna do this in local fields, but you can do that as well. So, and I'll demo in a minute. Shooting against an actual pillow. I've replaced, so when I got this, it had the macro line. I changed the IGL here from Amped Airsoft, and wow, that's basically it. And the speed trigger, that's the only two things I've done, and the gun is just it's pretty amazing. So I have a couple videos out. The next one I'm gonna have is which I've already had the videos. I just got to piece it together. Just doing the hair mod, the hair trigger mod, and the and actually having some gameplay at Tactical Airsoft in Manassas. So yeah, this is with the suppressor on it. So I have also a Krytac amplifier and the my tracer unit, but I'm not going to demo the tracer unit. But with this suppressor, it's actually pretty quiet. It's pretty amazing. So you may not be able to tell in that video. Alright, so let me get the Chrono going. So here I'm going to show the using the Chrono here. 347, 350, 347, 347, 348, 346, 350, 351, 349, 349, 350. So you can see it's pretty consistent. Again, you know, you can adjust the FPS to whatever you want, but you can see it's actually, the gun is pretty consistent as well, just within 3 or 4 differences in the FPS. So, alright, and oh, one other cool thing about the Polarstar in general is that there's, for those of you who don't know, again this is for people who are new to Polarstar, is that there's a little computer chip back here called the FCU, and I can adjust the rounds per second. So the RPS. So if I wanted to have right now it's 30 rounds per second, but you know, you can go up to 50 or whatever. So that's one thing that's really cool. But you know, I'm not going to do anything like that. So I'm probably going to be around 25 to 30 RPS. And shit. Here, let me so this is 30 RPS. And what's cool also is that I can simple just change it to 3 rounds per second. So if I did that, then every time I pull the trigger, it just shoot 3 BBs every time. And you can do 3 up to whatever, I think it's like 10 or even more. I'm not even sure if there's a limit. So you can adjust, instead of having just complete full auto, you can have 3 round bursts, 5 round bursts, 7 round bursts, or anything like that. So it's really cool. And the last reason I got the HP system is because I'm doing a couple of other things that are down the road. So if you're curious, this is my light. You know, this is because I used for the other day when I did CQB. This is my zoom camera. This is I don't have this hooked up, but this is my external battery to charge my zoom camera, so I don't have to keep changing the battery out. So, yep. Alright, so I'm going to demo shooting it. Alright, so this is a just shooting at a pillow here, nothing big. So with the suppressor, pretty quiet. This is a Krytac amplifier. This thing sounds really cool because I play with it CQB, and being indoors, oh, it's so awesome. It's such an awesome noise. And yes, I have the safety working with the hair trigger mod. So, again, press on. It's really hard to tell in the video though. I've seen other people, you know, have the suppressor on, and it's just hard to tell in the video. Just trust me, it's definitely a lot more quiet. So. I think I measured at one point, it's about 10 decibels more quiet. That's so fun. Alright, I'll do full auto. I'm just going to use up the mag. That's it.